Hello, Internet! I'm Elliot the Purple Hair Doofus, and welcome to Buddy Reads, where I read a small selection of a book and review it for you. Today we are finishing my read-through of Wolves of the Calla and covering chapter... the end of the story, The Wolves, and the epilogue, The Doorway Cave. I hope you finished it yourself because I do not want to ruin anything for you. It starts off with Eddie taking Priest Callahan to the Doorway Cave so that Priest Callahan can go to 1977 New York, contact Calvin Tower. I believe he's just telling him to stay vigilant. He gives him notes like, leave me a message underneath your car mat or your back door mat. I'm not sure how they're supposed to retrieve those messages, but that's what he says to do. And then he also says, get rid of your mailbox. Are you a fucking idiot? Of course he is. And then Callahan comes back. The Pilgrims conspire some more to take down the robot Andy and Benny's father, Jake's new best friend. So Andy and Benny's father are obviously the people that are giving the wolves all of these secrets. We have Susanna, who is obviously still feeling pregnancy pains from her demon baby. And we have Roland doing things. Shit. One of the ways that they conspired to take down Andy and Benny's father is to trick Andy into thinking that they are picking up large weapons and need his help. And Andy goes to the designated area to pick up these large weapons. Surprise, surprise, there are no large weapons. Eddie pushes Andy into the outhouse, pretty much activates his self-destruct button. And so Andy self-destructs in the outhouse. The women around him, Rosa is one of them, ask what they should do with Andy's body, and Eddie says, I find it kind of fitting that you would bury him in shit. And to be honest, Andy's death really got to me. When he's, sitting there and he's like, please don't shut me off. You know if you shut me off, I'll never come back. It's just he's a robot doing programming. I'm a cold, heartless robot, and I'm feeling for this cold, heartless robot. Why? Jake has to spend one more night with his best friend Benny, and it tears him up inside because his best friend Benny doesn't know that Jake knows his father is a traitor, and his best friend Benny doesn't know that his father's a traitor, and Jake is just terrified of what's going to happen when he finds out. Then we come across the day that the wolves are supposed to arrive. They're going along this canyon. Roland has this brilliant plan, and everyone is following it to a T. Roland, all of the kids, all the fighters, the women with the plates, the men with the weapons, all stop at this almost fork in the road type place. He points out where the kids are supposed to be hidden, and he says, look, I've been lying to you this entire time. You're not going to be hiding there. You're going to be hiding in the rice pits down here. Oh, and the wolves, they're not zombies. They're actually robots. Really robots. That whole thing I said about the heart, don't aim for the fucking heart. That's stupid. You aim for the brain. Right here. Well, at least I know Stephen King wasn't stupid enough to write a book about zombies that were killed by stabbing them in the heart. That really pissed me off. And he says to the kids, here's what I want you to do. I want you to hold hands 2 by 2 and walk to the fork at the end of the road and drop your belongings along this path. But don't go farther than the fork in the road. And then when I tell you to, I want you to come back. Do it swiftly, but don't run. And the kids are like, okay, we'll do this. This is something that I'm kind of irritated about with this book that I wish didn't happen so much. But people follow Roland so blindly. They don't question him in the slightest. And I wish there was more, antagonistic people to butt heads with Roland on these sorts of things. But anyways, the kids go up the trail, and then he says, okay, come back to me. The wolves are almost here because I can see the dust trail. And he says, oh, they'll be here in about 2 minutes. And the kids turn around and start coming back. But being kids, they are unmanageable. And, well, they start running. And one kid plants his foot into a hole and gets stuck. While all the other kids are going down the path as they're supposed to be, that kid and his sister are stuck there. Jake and Benny decide to go help these two. They go running down and they start pulling him out. They go down and they start pulling their buddy out of the hole, and the wolves finally get there. And so they finally release their buddy, and the wolves are attacking the men. And Roland gestures for them to come down the path and stay as flat as they possibly can. So Roland is down there with Jake, Benny, and the two kids that got stuck in the hole. There's a big battle going on. Lots of people fighting. And since these people know where to aim for the wolves now, they're starting to drop like flies. And there's like 61 of them, and they're all dying. Easily. The wolves also have lightsabers. I'm not kidding. They have literal lightsabers from Star Wars. Eddie obviously recognizes them. And they are swinging the lightsabers around, trying to attack people. And they're also throwing out these explosive balls called sneeches. And Eddie is able to grab one of them and reads the back, and it says Harry Potter Sneeches and the corporation that makes them. So it's a Harry Potter reference, a Star Wars reference. So they are doing this. One of the wolves actually lights a woman's head on fire and chops it off at the same time, and it lands in Benny's lap. Benny gets freaked out, so he chucks the head out of his lap and runs for it. Jake screams, "No!" And Benny dies. I told you he was going to die. You never shot a gun attached to him. I told you the entire time, ever since he was introduced, he was going to die. And you know what? When I read that book, I was like, oh, Stephen King, you motherfucking bastard. I knew you were going to do it. And I did not shed a tear when he died. But after the battle is all over and people have time to recollect as to what happened, well, Jake reacts to his friend dying. And Eddie's just kind of standing there and he's like, well, that sucks, bud. And I'm like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. And then his father comes back and finds him dead. He's just screaming his head off, and I'm like, I'm not going to cry. And then the husband of the woman who her head got blown off comes back. And I'm like, no. The deaths themselves did not hit me, but the reactions. Oh, dear God, the reactions are just so heartbreaking. While all of these people are reacting to the deaths, Susanna slips out. Or should I say, Mia slips out. She actually goes back to town, grabs the pink bowling bag with Black 13 inside of it, and her little demon baby is talking to her, like this whole, like, I don't know, existential look who's talking. And it says, you must run. You must use the ball to go far away from here and have me. It is creepy as fuck. And so she does. She ghosts. All of the pilgrims are conferring with the rest of the people at the village. And they're asking, where's Susanna? Where's Susanna? Where's Susanna? And this woman says, I saw her leave. Roland's like, holy fuck, we have to go get Mia. And so Eddie, Jake, Roland, and Callahan start going after her. They come to the Cave of Doorways, right? Because that's where her tracks lead them. And Eddie's like, I am so distraught. I don't know what to do. I just, please, help me, Roland. I want to find my wife. I need my wife in my life. Help me, help me, help me, help me. And Roland's like, we have to find the tower. We have to go for the tower. Eddie's like, I don't know how to find the tower. We can't even open the door. What the fuck are we going to do, Roland? Help me, help me, help me, help me. Roland says, I know, there's a book here. And it's that book that he looked at and had that whole connection fit. And he pulls it out and it's got a church on the cover. Guess what book it is? It's Salem's Lot by Stephen King. Stephen King has written himself into his own book. Yes. And now the fictional character is freaking out because he's like, I'm not fictional. I'm real. I'm real. Tell me I'm real. Real. They're like, we gotta go find Stephen King now. That's pretty much how the book ends. So I have questions, and I'm not going to put in my spoiler-free review because those questions themselves are spoiler. Who the fuck sends the wolves to the village? I mean, there is a voice that's mentioned, but it doesn't tell us. It tells us a name, and it's some French name. I don't know what We've never heard that name before. It could be anyone. But I was kind of thinking that the wolves going into the village was going to be completely separate from the pilgrims' actual pilgrimage to the Dark Tower. So maybe we'll find out about that in the next book. And what exactly was with those messages the pilgrims had Calvin Tower put all over the place? Are they going to find those now? At least I'm pretty sure that this next book is going to take place in New York. It's not going to be a heist like I was hoping. It would have been awesome if it was a heist. It's more going to be a missing person, a chase after the demon baby, which is meh. It's not as fun as a heist would have been. And then, if I weren't feeling enough of the feels after all of the reactions to the 2 deaths in that ward. Oh, the wolves! The wolves! The wolves were Dr. Doom! What the fuck? Can you just pick, like, one thing, Steven? Pick one thing and stick with it. No. We have to do every single little... Oh, no! Just make it your own! Why? Okay, so I was, like, feeling all the feels after the whole, Benny dies and everyone reacts to Benny dying, and then that lady dies and everyone reacts to her dying, and it's just like, Jake feels so responsible for his friend's death, and I'm like, oh god, I feel that so hard. But what the fuck? And then I'm reading the author's notes that have nothing to do with the story. And the last one is Stephen King talking about the guy who voiced the first 4 books, and how the guy who voiced the first 4 books loved the first 4 books. He's voiced like 500 books, and those were his favorite to voice. And Stephen King just felt so happy, and it was like, when they first met, they were like best friends. The guy gets into a fucking motorcycle accident and loses the ability to speak. And this isn't even in the book. This is like real life happening right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why you gotta make me feel these things, Steven? Why? Jesus. Anyway. If you like what I'm doing, or if you like this video specifically, go ahead and click that like button and hit that subscribe button so that you can see more. Leave me a comment letting me know that you like me. Leave me a comment letting me know that you hate me. Leave me a comment letting me know that you want to see more of me. Leave me a comment letting me know that you want to see exactly this. Because my camera died. I've been Elliot the Purple Haired Doofus. This has been Buddy Reads, reminding you to watch your pajama radius, and I will see you all in my spoiler-free review of Wolves of the Calla by Stephen King. Toodles!